Christians around the globe, it's a day of mourning in the wake of the death of Pope Francis. And this news just breaking here is so many people, maybe yourself, just waking up in the U.S. But in Italy, it's a holiday, Easter Monday, where we're told many use this day to travel and to be with friends there. And we're going now live to Vince Girasoli in Italy, about 85 miles from Rome. This is Vince, a former longtime CBS News Chicago anchor and reporter, currently doing our entertainment work today, though, covering, such a difficult day for so many waking up there in Italy.
Yes, Audrina, Pope Francis was an extremely popular pope here in Italy. Today, Easter Monday, is known as Pasquetta. That's Little Easter. And celebrations are a bit different here in Italy than they are in the United States. On Pasquetta, the day after Easter, Italians travel with their friends, with their families to small towns, and they take in the sights. Today, they are visiting churches that are historic churches, but they're also pausing to pray for the soul of Pope Francis, or Papa Francesco, as he was known here. Meanwhile, at Vatican City, this is a jubilee year. It happens once every 25 years, and thousands of pilgrims flock to St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects and to honor their religion. There are already metal detectors set up around St. Peter's Basilica to allow for these pilgrims to go inside. There are more people now coming to St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects, a place they just want to be to honor the life and the legacy of Pope Francis. Some of the people who are there are actually using a soccer cheer. Every once in a while, I heard on some reports that they're going Papa Francesco and clapping their hands in his honor. As I said before, he was extremely popular here, and in this Jubilee year, there were many pilgrims already making their way to St. Peter's Basilica. And this is a man who miraculously, this is really interesting, just yesterday, even though he had been sick for weeks, he appeared in his wheelchair at the window of St. Peter's Basilica, and he gave a blessing to the crowd outside. He did have someone else, another member of the clergy, read his statement, which called for the respect of migrants and called for an end to war and conflicts in the Middle East and in Ukraine, to have such respect for the planet and also for the vulnerable who live on this planet, who we are brothers and sisters with. But then afterwards, he made his way to the Pope Mobile, and the Pope Mobile made its way around Vatican Square there. And he was blessing babies that were brought up to him. That was less than 24 hours ago. So today, as Italians gather together on what is a holiday and a joyful holiday, they are also marking the passing of a pope who has meant so much to them.
Yeah, Vince, I just spoke live with Father Greg from Holy Name Cathedral here in Chicago, and he talked about that amazing timing. Just 24 hours ago, the Pope in front of the people. He talked about the importance of the Pope wanting to be with the people, even defying the doctor's orders and going in public there.
It meant so much to him to really be one-on-one with members of the Catholic Church and to welcome them into a modern Catholic Church. And his legacy will be one that sort of, at times, he took on traditionalists, and he wanted to have a papacy that was a bit more open and a bit more modern. And so now that person who reached out to so many people is gone from this planet, according to his faith, and according to the others who are Catholics. He is going on to be with his Lord. But he will be greatly missed by the people who found in him inspiration and renewal of their own faith.
Absolutely. Vince Girasoli live for us in Italy, about 85 miles outside of Rome. We appreciate you joining us here and just sharing more on this holiday there. We appreciate it.